Dear Diary, today at school, Miss Bustier asked us to list our top 3 favorite monuments in Paris, and it made me think of everything I love most about my city. For number 3, I picked the Louvre Palace. It started out as a royal fortress, but today it's one of the greatest museums in the world. Whenever Cat Noir and I have to fight villains here, we're not just saving people, we're also protecting a one-of-a-kind place filled with incredible works of art. Then again, we never have time to enjoy the Mona Lisa. My second favorite Parisian monument is the Trocadero. Me and my friends from school hang out there all the time. It's also where I go whenever I need inspiration for my new creations. And the Trocadero Esplanade offers the best view of my favorite monument, the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower proudly stands at 1,063 feet high, looming over the whole city like a gigantic lighthouse. When you're up on it, the people down below look like little ants. I recently learned that the Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World's Fair and that it was almost torn down. Can you imagine? Luckily, it stood the test of time, so I think the thing I love the most about the Eiffel Tower is that it's indestructible, like superheroes. Every day I think about how lucky I am to live in Paris, and I'm even luckier for getting to see all those places through Ladybug's eyes. No one knows the city like Cat Noir and I do. Even when we're on a mission, we can't help but stop for a minute and marvel at the magical city we live in. Actually, a top 10 isn't enough. I forgot Notre Dame, the Grand Palais, the Champs-Élysées. All this talk about Paris has put me in the mood for a stroll in the sunshine. Bye for now, diary. Dear Diary, today at school, Miss Bustier asked us what we want to be when we grow up. Many of my friends had no idea, but I've known for a while. My dream is to become a fashion designer like Gabriel Agreste, my role model. He's Adrien's father, and he's also the best designer in the entire world. He created the Gabriel brand. Adrien models for him. He's in every advertising campaign, in fashion magazines, on posters in town, the whole deal. But what I love most of all is creating. I really like inventing, designing, sewing. I've already created hats, clothes, accessories like jewelry, and even some glasses for Jagged Stone, the famous rock star. Most of the time, I'm wearing my own designs. This little purse I carry everywhere, for instance, I made it. I love to stroll around Paris for inspiration. I could spend hours watching people, and what better place than Paris to be inspired? Being Ladybug also helps me to see things from a different perspective, to create in a different way. One time, for instance, I was inspired by a villain's costume to create a unique hat.
Miss Marinette, very exquisite creation. You definitely have the laboring hands of a hat maker.
I'm incredibly lucky. I really hope that one day I'll have my own brand and that people will like my designs. In the meantime, I try to get better every day by learning new techniques and making presents for my family and friends. Oh, that reminds me. Alia's birthday is coming up and I'd love to design something for her. I've already thought of a special case for her smartphone. I just need to buy the equipment so I can get to work. Goodbye for now, diary.
Yo peeps, Alia here, live from Paris with the one and only Lady Blog. For those of you who don't know what that is, welcome to the greatest blog ever. I created the Lady Blog so I could share all my exclusive videos of our favorite superheroine, Ladybug. Why? Because she's awesome! Anytime a villain shows up, Ladybug manages to stop them and save Paris without even breaking a sweat. I'm telling you, she really is the best.
Breaker.
Those of you who don't know the Lady Blog are always asking me how I just happen to be there whenever Ladybug's in action. Easy! I have a special alert on my phone.
Once again, Ladybug and Cat Noir have saved Paris from the clutches of a
All I have to do is rush to the scene and start filming so you don't miss a thing. Of course, my dream is to find out who's hiding behind that mask. Because if I knew Ladybug's secret identity, I could offer her my help. Truth is, so far I haven't found much. I've looked through every book in the library and still haven't found a single thing about Ladybug. So I'm relying on my own superpowers, the power of observation, to uncover clues to Ladybug's identity. For example, I used to think that maybe she was a scientist who got stung by a radioactive ladybug while strolling at the Cité des Séances. But the more I think about it, the more I believe it's actually the earrings that help Ladybug to transform. So the whole bug bite theory kinda went out the window. Anyway, as you can see, I look, I listen, and I share everything I learn with you here on the Lady Blog. And I intend to keep tracking and filming our favorite superheroine on all of her missions. Sooner or later, I'll find out who Ladybug really is. In the meantime, if you've got any ideas or theories, send them to me. I've got to get to class. See you later, Bugheads, and stay connected!
Hey guys, I'm Adrien. In everyday life, I'm just a normal guy.
Nice scarf, Adrien.
Well, almost. Because my father is Gabriel Agreste, a great world-renowned fashion designer. I sometimes model for him, posing for his advertising campaigns. I don't hate it, but I won't make a career out of it. Actually, I mostly do it to make my father happy. Ever since Mom disappeared, he hasn't been the same. So I try to be there for him. On a day-to-day basis, his assistant Natalie is really the one taking care of me.
Your schedule, Adrien?
Thanks, Natalie. She and the gorilla. I call him that because he's huge and he never speaks. Just like a gorilla. He drives me to all my activities. Between photo shoots, fencing, learning Chinese, and piano, I don't have much time for myself. I don't even have time to enjoy my awesome room or to invite my friends over to hang out. That's why I'm so happy to go to school and see my friends, especially Nino, who I tell everything. Okay, fine, almost everything. The only thing I can't tell him is that when I'm not Adrien, I'm Cat Noir, and I protect Paris from supervillains. This has really changed my life, because before, I couldn't even go to school because my father was too scared for me to leave the house. My Kwamis named Plag. All he can think about is food, and it's always stinky camembert.
Oh, the exhaustion. My poor aching body. I can't move a muscle.
He's lazy, but thanks to him, I can turn into a superhero.
Plag, close out!
He just has to enter my Miraculous, the ring I'm always wearing, and bam, I transform. He's also the one who gave me my superpower, Cataclysm! With it, I can destroy whatever I touch. But I can't get it wrong, because I only have 5 minutes after using it before I transform back. Then, Ladybug just needs to capture the villain's Akuma,
No more evil doing for you, little Akuma.
and the day is saved. Being Cat Noir's awesome. I can finally do whatever I want to do and say whatever comes to mind. What do you say we wrap this up? Plus, I get to save Paris with Ladybug. In short, it's a great break from my life at home. When I'm Cat Noir, I really have a blast. This is to tell me that it's time for my Chinese lesson. The gorilla must already be waiting for me. I better go. And who knows, I may have to save Paris again today. See you later. Dear Ladybug,
Can anyone tell us why?
or maybe Bugaboo.
Don't you bugaboo?
Stop playing around and calling me Bugaboo. This is really serious.
No, that's not right. She doesn't like when I call her that. Milady, perhaps. So, your hair's as dark as night. And your eyes as blue as a summer sky? No. How could I possibly tell her that? Something like, I can hardly wait for our missions together, for the chance to fight by your side. No, she'll think it's lame. She's the smartest girl I know. I have to write something more smart? But I can't make jokes. She doesn't like that.
Now, but we've got to capture Timebreaker's Akuma. Your life depends on it.
Which life? I've got 9.
I'm serious.
Which makes no sense because my puns are on point. I find them to be extremely funny. Okay, I should just tell her how I feel. Keep it simple. Milady, I wish I knew who you were behind your mask.
If I told you, it wouldn't be a secret.
I wish I could tell you who I really am. Who knows? Maybe we already know each other without even knowing it. Maybe you've seen some pictures of me on posters around Paris. What am I saying? I can't write that. Nobody can know who I really am.
What's your problem?
Not even the one I love. Wow! Maybe it's best that I tell her nothing then. For now, at least. But I'll find something. And someday, I'll tell her the truth.